Hanji, good morning everybody, good morning, and I'm here in the morning to give you some positive vibes. So just give me a thumbs up if you are able to hear me and see me in today's morning session. Are you able to hear me? Are you able to see me? Perfect. So my first question for all of you today is, okay, and this is something that I truly believe and I think it can make a difference in all of our lives. Now, whenever we start something, okay, I want you to tell me and tell me in the chat box, whenever we start something, what is it that you have, what is the power that you have whenever you start studying or when you entered the medical college? What was the power that you had that gave you the edge? Anyone? When you start something, anyone, what do you have? Whenever you start something, you have enthusiasm and hope. You are hopeful that there will be a positive outcome, and you are excited, like Bhavani says. And I see some of the bachas also saying enthusiasm, excitement, because you're doing something new. You are excited, just like kids and children. Whenever we give them something new, they're very excited about it. So as humans, whenever we start something, we are always excited about it, enthusiastic about it, and we are very positive about the outcome. But when we start working, okay, my question to all of you is, when we start working towards it, in the middle, we meet some enemies, which are self-doubt and your, anyone, insecurities. Now, whenever you're working hard towards your dreams, you will always have self-doubt, am I good enough? And you will always be insecure. Some people I have seen, they become so insecure or they have so many self-doubts about themselves that they give up. Are you one of them? No, because you're persisting till now and you're right now in the morning on the eMedicos app, you're still persisting. But do you agree or not that there is the biggest risk is that many people leave the path, leave their journey because now you're no longer enthusiastic. It is hard work. You agree? When you entered the medical college, it was all excitement. 3 years down the line, in the middle of the medical school, it is hard work. And when you're working hard, you tend to have self-doubt. You tend to have, anyone? You tend to have, tell me, not only self-doubt, you also tend to have the the insecurity, which is a very big poison. You become insecure of people around you. You become insecure about कि कुछ नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा, and you start imagining so many things because of your own insecurities. Like sometimes you have insecurity like do you agree some people would be insecure about the way they look, some people will be insecure about way they talk, some people will be insecure about their study method, their college, their city, and you start adding that poison into the ecosystem. Sometimes you give up, but some people, and I am now coming directly to you, some people persist towards the end. You're reaching the goal which you always dreamed about. You're almost there, maybe 2 months away from your NEET PG exam or your foreign medical graduate screening exam or your final MBBS exam. You're just months away from that part, 1 or 2 months. You know that if you go further, you will reach there. Now, what is the risk? What is the risk in the end? Okay, Kritika, Devanshi, anyone tell me, what is the risk in the end? The risk in the end is that you might get tired, and once you are tired, you give up. That's very, very risky, because once self-doubt, insecurities, they meet fatigue. That is the point the risk is highest. Self-doubt, insecurity, fatigue. If they meet, that is the point the risk is highest that you will give up. You will start thinking that, what is the benefit of all this? Other people are studying so much. I am not good enough. Don't have the capabilities. I am from a small city. I don't look smart. I don't talk smart. You might think about multiple things. Insecurity, self-doubts, add to it your tiredness. That's the risk. So every year towards the end, just before the exam, I keep meeting students and getting messages from students who will talk about that, sir, just 1 week before the NEET PG exam, sir, I don't want to give NEET PG. Should I start preparing for IAS? Or, sir, I don't want to give NEET PG. Should I start preparing for PLAB? I tell them, prepare for anything you want to, but finish what you have started. You have already given your precious 1 year to it. Don't give up in the last 1 week. Finish it. Then you might think of other things that you want to do in life, but don't give up before it, because that is the risk. Because many people I know, they give up before the the point of the end of the journey where they would win actually, but they give up and they create regrets, and regrets convert you into a person who is more negative, into a person who is disbeliever, who is no longer enthusiastic about things. And I don't want you to accumulate regrets. And today morning I was reading a line I thought I should share with all of you. It's a very, very important line. It is something that means a lot to me. I don't know where I read it. I come from a very ordinary family. I have had my own struggles. I still have. And so when I look back, there was a line that I read in school that let them bury us. They don't know we are seeds. And it's a very powerful line. It always tells me, whenever I'm facing a point where it's like I'm facing a wall or I'm facing darkness, I'm facing that, there's nothing happening for me. I'm on the place where nothing can be done. Do you agree? At that time, I close my eyes and think, okay, I am in dark, I am buried deep down, but I am a seed. I am a seed with immense potential, and I will win it in the end. I think it's a very powerful line. I don't know which where I read it, but I think it's a very powerful line. On that note, I see if you are able to hear me, just give me a thumbs up. On that note, I wish you the best always. Keep that hope inside you alive, because that hope, the seed of enthusiasm, is the key. If you have the seed of enthusiasm, you will keep moving forward. You will keep moving forward. But if you don't have that enthusiasm, you kill it. How do you kill the enthusiasm? How do people from young age become middle aged? Or how do people who are young and who believe that going to the Mars is possible, how do they transform into becoming people who don't even believe that the road outside would somebody would clean? They would have so many doubts in their own life. How do people progress from being enthusiastic about life to being about totally nihilistic about life? How does that happen? It happens when we lose that enthusiasm that we have in the beginning of the journey. In the beginning of the journey, we have the enthusiasm, the excitement, the hope that there is something big for me, that there is something big in the universe for me. And I have the same potential that a seed has. A seed, even when it's buried, the life is not lost. Life is about to get produced. So I feel deeply in my heart that this is the point for all of you to introspect, think back, think about, you have come so far, there must be a reason, and just tell yourself, I will not give up at the nth moment. Second thing that's very powerful for me, and I thought I should tell you all today, is the law of asymmetric rewards. And that is the final thing I'll talk about today. The law of asymmetric rewards means whenever we are working, many times you will see no outcome from your work. Many times, there will be years that you've been working, but you don't see any outcome. But there will be some periods where if you work hard during that time, you will get asymmetric rewards. For example, you know, if you study hard for next 2 months, you become a specialist doctor and you change the idea between being a graduate doctor to a specialist doctor. This is a zone where there is a asymmetric reward. Whenever I am faced in my entire life with a zone of asymmetric rewards, I always push harder, I work harder. And I see some people when they have that zone, they squander it because वो पहले हार्ड वर्क करे जा रहे थे, लेकिन जब asymmetric reward का टाइम था, जब सच में खेलने का टाइम था, they become lazy, they become procrastinated, they start overthinking, they start thinking about the outcomes, they start thinking about the guarantees, and they kill the game. It is very important when there is a zone of asymmetric rewards, which is, I believe this is the time for you. This is the time for you. Do you agree or not? This is the time for you. बच्चे यही तो टाइम के लिए पूरी जिंदगी मेहनत की थी ना. अब क्यों गिव अप कर रहा है? अब क्यों सोच रहा है नहीं करना चाहता? अब क्यों सोच रहा है कि आज थोड़ा आराम कर लूं? अब क्यों सोच रहा है कि वेब सीरीज देख लो यार? यही टाइम है. ये टाइम है जिसमें हमें इसको हिट करना है. यही टाइम है. ओके, सो टेल योरसेल्फ दैट यू कैन नॉट वर्क हार्ड ऑल योर लाइफ. नोबडी डज. वो जो बोलते हैं वो भी कहानी होती है. बट पीपल हु आर सक्सेसफुल आर वर्किंग हार्ड इन दी जोन्स दैट मैटर. जो समय जिंदगी में सच में मैटर कर रहे हैं, क्या उसमें आप मेहनत कर रहे हो कि नहीं? It's very important. That is why they all talk about पीकिंग एट द राइट टाइम, दे टॉक अबाउट बिल्डिंग द मोमेंटम इन स्पोर्ट्स, सब जगह पे ये बात होती है ना। तो आप भी तो सोचो ना कि जो स्पोर्ट्समैन है वो सारी जिंदगी दौड़ता रहा, सारी जिंदगी दौड़ता रहा, लेकिन जब ओलंपिक का मैच था जो सच में मैटर करता था, उस दिन उसने सेल्फ डाउट आ गए, इनसिक्योरिटी आ गई, थक गया, ये हो गया, तो फिर तो मजा ही नहीं आएगा ना। तो वो जो the day when you have asymmetric rewards, the months where you know this is the zone of asymmetric rewards, you need to push harder. वही समय होता है। मुझे ये पता है कि अगर उस समय पे मैं हार्ड वर्क कर लूंगा तो मुझे पता है कि यार इसके आगे मेरा जोन एक इजी जोन आएगा जिसको मैं मॉडरेट हार्ड वर्क से निपटा लूंगा। देन आई फाइंड अगेन आई एम इन अ जोन वेयर देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ फायर फाइटिंग टू बी डन, आई पुट इन लॉट ऑफ वर्क इनटू इट। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जिंदगी आसान नहीं है, जिंदगी किसी की भी आसान नहीं है, बट वर्थवाइल होनी चाहिए। एंड टू मेक इट वर्थवाइल you need to know what you want out of life. Don't let the demons of insecurity, overthinking, self-doubts, fatigue affect or cloud your judgment about your life. Just because you're tired, you ask any surgery resident at the end of 24 hours, वो बोलेगा मैं बहुत थक गया हूँ, सर्जरी बहुत बेकार है। वो उस दिन बोल रहा है, लेकिन आज से 5 साल बाद जब मैं उसको मिलता हूँ, मैं अभी आई मीट अ लॉट ऑफ सर्जन्स हु हैव बीन माय पास्ट स्टूडेंट्स, वो कहते हैं कि सर बहुत मजा आ रहा है, बहुत मजा आ रहा है। वो लाइक अभी 5 साल इनटू द प्रैक्टिस, 10 years इनटू द प्रैक्टिस करे, बहुत मजा आ रहा है। सो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, डोंट लेट द फैटिग क्लाउड व्हाट यू वांट आउट ऑफ योर लाइफ। थकान के कारण लगता है कि मुझे कुछ चाहिए नहीं है, साला बर्बाद कर दो सब, ऐसा होता नहीं है। यू वांट मोर आउट ऑफ लाइफ, बी ट्रू टू योरसेल्फ। आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, कीप वर्किंग हार्ड, पुट हार्ड वर्क व्हेन यू फाइंड द टाइम इज एसिमेट्रिक। लगता है कि ये वो समय जिसमें मेहनत करनी ही चाहिए तो करनी चाहिए, उस दिन पे बहुत मेहनत करनी चाहिए, रात दिन एक कर देनी चाहिए। आई विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, कीप रॉकिंग, हैव अ वंडरफुल डे अहेड एंड माय ब्लेसिंग्स टू ऑल ऑफ यू बेटा।